Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb, and today I have my December wrap up. At the end of this video, I will have a little Bad Back to Me segment because it's a Thursday and that's when I usually post the segments. So I'll give you an update on what I'm reading and all that jazz at the end of the video. But for the first part of this video, it will be my December wrap up. So in December, I read 5 books, and I'm going to be entailing how far I made on my reading challenge and all those goals I had, stuff like that, in a reading wrap up video that will be posted sometime this weekend. Basically, I'm going to be showing you the 5 books I read in order. 2 were for school and 3 were for leisure reads. The first being A Man Called O by Frederick Backman, and I really enjoyed this book. It actually made it to my list of the best of 2015, which I just posted last night. I'll try to remember to link it in the down bar, but it was really good. And then the next book I read, I don't actually have with me right at the moment. Well, it's in my room, but I have a textbook box. It's like a white wicker box, and it has a chair on top of that and all my bags on top of that. And it's buried at the bottom of it, so that's where I usually keep my old textbooks, and I didn't want it hanging around my bookshelf. But it is The Adventures of Maya the Bee by, I forget his first name, but his last name's Bonsell, I believe, Bonsel. And it's like a children's book, or like a fairy tale type, about a bee learning about life. And then the next book I read this one was another one for my English class, which was The Neverending Story by Michael End. It started really slow, but I really enjoyed this. I actually consider putting on the best of 2015 list if I hadn't had so many other books that were good from start to finish. But the beginning was kind of slow, but then I got really into it. I'm really glad I read it. I've still not seen the movie adaptation, but I heard it's not that great, especially when it's good when you're younger, but not that great when you're older, and the book's much better, so I might just stick with the book. But I really enjoyed this a lot, which I didn't think I would. And then the next book I read was a reread, and that was Winter Street by Elin Hilderbrand. And I read this last year when it came out, and the reason I reread this is because I wanted to read Winter Stroll, and this is a sequel which came out this year, and it was fabulous. I have a review on this as well, and a review on A Man Called O by Frederick Backman. So those are the 5 books I read in the month of December. I might be able to finish my book I was reading tonight. I don't see that happening though, because I have about 100 pages and it's New Year's Eve, so I have plans. So if I finish it, I'll be updating my stats on Goodreads. I have my Goodreads link in the down bar, so if you want to know, definitely check that out. So basically what I'm currently reading is Shopaholic to the Rescue by Sylvie Kinsella. I believe the dust jacket is behind me. Yep, it is. It's prepared this time. And this is the dust jacket. I'm on page 222, and I think there's 340 to 360 pages, somewhere in that range. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I didn't get to read it yesterday, and I don't think I'm going to get much read today. But after all this, basically after tonight, all the busyness will be gone and I'll have time to actually read. Also, I've been putting off reading this month because I was getting close. It was after Christmas. I received a lot of, for Christmas, I received a lot of books that I really wanted to read right away. But I didn't want to have to add them to my best of 2015 list because this is already getting too difficult. And I know if I read November 9 by Colleen Hoover, for instance, I'm going to want to add it and I don't have room for it. So I'm kind of holding off reading it till the new year when I can do all that. For the rest of the scheduling, this is kind of the Bad Back to Me part, but for the scheduling purposes, this video will be up today. Tomorrow will be my January TBR, and then I'll have my reading challenges and my reading goals video from the beginning when I talked about the beginning of the year. I'll talk about it. Goodreads gave everybody a little statistics, told you how many pages the average book was. I think I'm going to use some of that info to really talk about the books I read and how much I read and set a new goal, that kind of video. The second video I'm going to post might be a reading goals video and a booktube and blog goals, all my kind of goals I have around for the new year. And also, if you're wondering how my book review on the Karen Swan book went, I forget what it's called. I put that down because it was Christmas Eve. I wasn't really into it, and I don't like to read Christmas books typically right after Christmas because I don't have time on Christmas to read it and then I don't know, I just don't like reading them after, so I'm going to save it for next year. So I didn't have a review about that if you're wondering. And next week I will be posting a Top 5 Wednesday. And additionally, I'm changing the Bad Back to Me date. So Thursday night, I have 2 classes in the morning on Thursday, then I have the afternoon off, and then I have an evening 3-hour class. So, and that goes till 10 o'clock. And we all know me, I'll procrastinate to the evening like usual when I put up my Bad Back to Me's. So I'm going to move my segment. I could have done it Wednesday, but I'm going to move it to Tuesday again because Tuesday and Wednesday both have 1-hour class because I'm taking an online class for one of my classes, so I have less to go back and forth to school to. So I'm going to move it back to Tuesdays where it originally was. So next Tuesday you'll have a Bad Back to Me, Wednesday Top 5 Wednesday, Friday I'll be putting my December favorites, and then Saturday I'll probably have a tag or a book review. It matters how much I get read. So there's gonna be a lot of videos in the next week or so, so let's just buckle right into the new year. If you're watching this on New Year's, I hope you have a happy New Year's. And yes, that's basically it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.